Oh. Oh. Are we ready to go?
Yeah.
Oh my. Welcome, everybody. It's a Generation Viewpoint. I'm just playing with the mic here. There's something fun about having headphones on and a microphone in front of your face. And I don't know what it is, but it's crazy, man. Thanks for telling me. That's perfect. So, oh my word. I'm glad that I can inspire humor in your life, sir. Because that's what I'm here for, to make you laugh. So,
Oh my gosh.
so anyways, welcome everybody. This is Evan.
Hello.
Say hello, Evan.
I just did.
Yes, you did. Very good. Hope everybody's having a great week. And I tell you what, 2016 is just going to be a fantastic year for so many people. And it's exciting to see everybody trying new things and talking about new topics and growing their relationships deeper. And I just think it's thrilling. I love this stuff. So it's pretty fantastic. And hopefully we'll be able to continue playing a role in that, right? Yes?
Yes.
You are in a unique mode right now. I love it. So here's a question, Evan.
Okay.
Okay. So I saw a picture that you took once, and you were just doing some photo stuff. Mm-hmm. And it was a picture of a dude with a pair of sunglasses on. Right?
Okay.
Which is nothing special. But it did raise a question in my mind.
What was that?
All right. When somebody comes inside, you're an indoor location.
Yep.
All right, wherever it might be, it doesn't matter. And they're inside and they're wearing sunglasses inside. What are they saying?
What are the person wearing sunglasses saying?
Not words, body language, right? We all say things by what we wear, how we act, stuff like that. What are they saying when they're wearing sunglasses inside? Because they're not wearing them because the sun is bright. They're inside.
Yeah.
So what are they saying? Or are they not saying anything and they're just wearing sunglasses?
I mean, if I saw someone doing that, then I would think that they're putting forward an image.
An image of what?
Someone that they want to be.
Okay.
I guess.
So is it an image or is it an attitude that they're trying to express? I guess where I'm going...
Well, I guess it can be the same thing.
Okay. All right.
Because, people will wear sunglasses because they want to look cool.
Right. Okay.
And they want people to think that they are cool.
Yes.
And that's not for everyone because
right.
A lot of people wear sunglasses.
Sure.
I'm just saying...
Absolutely.
Some people wear sunglasses because they want to look cool.
Yes.
And when they wear them, they feel cool.
Yep.
And whatever. So when they
Which
go
is
inside...
fine. If they feel confident, they like their sunglasses, I'm all about it.
So
no problem.
That's kind of what I'm thinking.
Okay. So one of the reactions that I have when somebody's wearing sunglasses inside, I'm like, why are you wearing those to try to be cool? Like, I just take it as, and that's what they're trying to do.
Yeah.
Right? And I guess, am I misreading that? Should I not be reading that deep into it? And should I be more saying they're just wearing sunglasses inside because they forgot to take them off?
I don't think you can forget to take sunglasses because you literally go from seeing fine to inside being like,
yeah,
what?
Yeah. It's funny because I think we all do things where we're trying to say something without saying. So that's an example, and I think everybody can relate to that. You have to wear a pair of sunglasses and you're inside and you're wearing them. You know you're wearing your sunglasses and you're trying to say something, right? Mm-hmm. So is it the same thing too when you roll down the windows of your car and you're blasting your favorite song?
Yeah.
Are you just enjoying the weather and your favorite song? Or are you trying to say something by blasting your favorite song with the windows down? Right? You know what I mean, though? Like, I think we all of us have a desire to be valued and feel important. We all do. I mean, that's and that's natural, right?
Yeah.
But do we sometimes try to seek it by wearing sunglasses inside, blasting our radio with the windows down, things like that? What do you think? I have an opinion, but I want to know what you think.
Yeah. I think I'm trying to think of personal Like, because
Yeah.
when I'm in Dixon City or Clark Summit, like around those heavily populated populated places.
Yeah.
I said populated, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
3 times now.
Oh, populated.
Yes.
4. Okay.
4. Okay.
But I'll put down my windows because I like my windows down.
Right.
And I'll turn up my music because I want to hear my music.
Right.
But at the same time, I'm like, oh, I got to make sure that the song that's playing, I know it.
Yeah.
So that when people like look to see where the music's coming from, they see that I know the song and I'm not just a poser.
Right. So you know that people are going to hear your music. That's
Yeah.
a conscious thought. And so now you're being prepared for it.
Yeah.
So that's what I mean is like, I think we all do these little things here sometime that we feel is adding value to us somehow by people observing us doing them, right?
Yeah.
Isn't that interesting?
Yeah.
The funny thing, I think, is that I bet you for a lot of people out there, and even for myself included, that there are times that if somebody challenged me on that, I would probably feel like I would need to lie or brush it off as an, oh, no, when really I was feeling that way. Right?
Yeah.
Like you were doing it for a little bit of attention, right? I think it's funny. So why do we feel like we need to lie or hide our efforts to feel cherished and valued? I think we've talked about this before.
Yeah.
I think we have because we talked about this before.
Did we talk about this exact thing though? Because I know
not in this exact way, but we've talked about it. How
we talked about like men not being able to show emotion.
But we talked about we didn't want to be seen as feeling needy of attention and stuff like that. We did talk about that.
Oh, I don't remember
because
that,
sometimes
actually.
if we were honest and say, yeah, we were doing it because we wanted to get a little attention and a little, somebody thinks we're cool, they'd be like, there's something wrong with you. But yet if you lie about it, they say, hey, there's something wrong with you. So either way, you lose if you want to feel loved and cared for and valued. It's kind of crazy. I don't know, man.
Yeah.
So I don't know. People get a little too sensitive sometimes too in that, And speaking of, so here's a question for you. All right?
Okay.
So I'm skipping something right now that we're thinking about doing. Okay. You do that next. All right. Is it offensive, okay, for sports teams to use Native American names and mascots? So the Washington Redskins football team have been challenged that they need to get rid of the Redskins logo because it's an Indian, right? And they should not be able to use that. What's your thought on that?
I don't know.
Okay.
Because it could be considered racist.
Now, Minnesota Vikings were Norwegian.
Yeah.
Do you feel oppressed because they have the Viking face and the name on a team helmet?
No, because red skin is like racist for Indians.
Yeah, but Vikings is racist for Scandinavian tribesmen who wore loincloth and ate with their hands.
That's what they were called.
Well, Redskins they were called Indians. So what about the Atlanta Braves? Should they be allowed to use the Braves name and the Indian face? See what I mean?
For the Braves, I think is fine.
Okay, but not the Redskins?
No, because the name is Redskins, which is a slur for Indians.
What about the Black Hawks? You think the birds like being called black? Huh? Like, where does this go? I don't understand.
That's like saying, does a zebra like be calling a zebra?
Yeah. All right. So let's reel it in. Let's reel in a little bit. I might be getting a little bit too outlandish there. But so the Redskins. So you think that they should not use that name, the Redskins? You think that's being culturally insensitive?
I think it might be a little bit, even if it's not intentional.
But the Vikings are not. That's not being.
No, because they're not using anything offensive. They're just the Vikings.
Okay.
And when you're known as a Viking, like that's like, yeah, I'm a Viking.
Yeah.
Because you're grouped together with Thor, our grandpa.
Yeah.
Well, my grandpa, your dad.
What about like Notre Dame and the Fighting Irish and the little Irish leprechaun duty guy? I just said duty. Sorry. Who's the older one here? Have you or me?
I'm beginning to wonder that.
I'm cracking myself up. But what about like that guy? So,
I don't think that one's bad.
yeah. I mean, I don't want to be culturally insensitive.
Yeah.
But I don't understand why there's a big debate on that per se.
Yeah.
And so I was wondering what you thought about that.
I mean, I've never thought of it that way, but I've also not thought about other racist things in that way.
Yeah.
Like, I kind of look at everyone grouped together as people.
So here's it. All right. So I'm sorry. My mind is spinning with all these offshoots. So we're talking about Indians right now, right? And how it has to do with the NFL and the Redskins. So through the generations, if you go back in time, the Indians were displaced off their land by settlers that came in, right? Yep. And so over the years, they have been given a lot of land and things like that for almost like payment for things committed to them as a nation, right? Do you think that over time, like your generation, is that as common of a thought when you think about Indian tribes that we owe them something? Whereas if you went back 4 generations ago, they knew that we owed them something because it was closer to when it, you know what I mean? Will those things wear off over time? And there'll be a time when they'll be like, what do you mean? We don't really owe them anything.
I mean, I haven't put much thought into it.
And I guess that's the point, really.
Yeah.
Is that over time,
it's
not a thought.
We learn about it in school, and I agree that it's not fair that we moved people.
Yeah.
And we even killed Indians just to get rid of them.
Right.
So I don't think that's fair.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course. Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't like when the government just gives freebies.
Right. Okay.
So, but that's a different topic.
That is a different topic. We can talk about that sometime because I'd love to know your insights on that one. So, we talked about it a little bit the other day when you did your taxes.
Yeah.
But anyways, so now the good news is, as we talk about this, you do have a little Indian in you, just so you know. Did you know that?
I do?
I believe you have Cushitunk, if I'm not mistaken. I think it was Cushitunk, but you do have some Indian in you from your mother's side.
I didn't know. So, I'm going to go tell my friend.
It's a very small amount,
and be
think.
Like, dude,
I don't even know.
You and me, we're brothers.
You know what? You should do a family tree thing, genealogy, and trace it back. And I'd be curious to see how
I've tried to do family trees, but the farthest I've been able to go back was to my great-grandpa on your side.
Okay.
And that was the only beyond, grandparents.
I have one started somewhere at the house, but maybe we go on Ancestry.com and see where we can go on that, because they have a lot of stuff in there that you wouldn't get on your own.
Well, that's the one that I tried it on.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know. I think that stuff is interesting. So
yeah.
But, all right, Ev. What next here?
Well, back to the sunglasses.
Yes.
Just for a quick second. Okay.
Yeah.
So I can't see without my glasses.
Okay.
And we were at a restaurant. Well, it wasn't a restaurant. It was like a cafe in a water park. The water park we went to.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And I didn't have my glasses, but I had my sunglasses.
Uh-huh.
And they're prescription sunglasses.
Yes.
And I was standing there, and I was squinting real hard. I tried the little dot in my hand to try and because if you do that, it only takes in one grouping of light and makes it focused instead of, because the lens in your eye science.
Yeah, I turned the radio down, then I could see better. So, but anyways, go ahead.
Whatever.
I do. Go ahead.
But then, I just couldn't see the menu board at all.
Yeah.
So I eventually took out my sunglasses.
And put those on.
I was the guy in a building with sunglasses on.
And somebody was there being like, what's wrong with that dude, man? He thinks he's so cool right now.
Yeah. But the people that were behind the counter saw me leaning across the counter, trying to see it with my eyes squinted. And then I pulled them out and put them on and just held them up to my face.
Yeah.
And was like, okay, I want this,
awesome.
this. And then I took them off again.
Oh, man. I love it.
So they weren't thinking that. They were like, who is this idiot that can't see anything?
Yeah, yeah.
So
wow, I love it. Let me ask you: do you think that your mom and I are too overprotective?
Overprotective?
Yeah.
No.
Do you think that we're underprotective?
No.
Do you think there is such a thing as being over or underprotective?
Yes.
And what do you think that would look like?
Overprotective is not allowing your kid to do certain things. Even if it's something simple like going to the movies or being able to drive in a car by themselves for the first time.
Right. Okay.
And then underprotective is just being like, do whatever the heck you want. Like, I don't care.
Okay. So is it a fine line between those, like being just right? Or is it pretty extreme to get to be either under or overprotective?
I think it needs to be extreme.
So, like, if you wanted to go driving and it was ice storm outside, and I said, no, you're not going to take the car and go drive in the snow. Let's say snowing. Let's not say ice storm. Let's say snow. And I said, no, you're not going to go out driving right now in the family car because it's snowing out and the roads are slippery. Is that being overprotective or is that being safe?
It depends on how much snow it is. Like, if it's because I've had to go to work before in a snowstorm.
Yes.
And you let me go.
Yeah.
Because I had to go, but it wasn't like I would be. The roads weren't to the point where you'd be an idiot to be out on the roads.
Okay. So what happened then? Let's say that there's an ice storm out there, and you're like, "Oh, I want to go over to my friend Johnny Boy's house, and it's ice storm out." And I was like, "Yeah, whatever, do whatever you want." Am I being underprotective, or am I being letting you make your own choices, and I'm being just right?
I guess you could do it both ways.
Yeah.
But I would think it'd be underprotective because that's just stupid.
Yeah.
And you're risking your kid's life.
Yeah.
And letting them do what they want, even though it's a stupid decision.
Yeah. You know, so for you and I, we've had the luxury, and your brothers and sisters too, when those things would come up, we always were able to work through them if there was a difference of opinion. So if I said you can't go, which was very like never, or whatever, but what about relationships? It's got to be hard when you have one of the children who is just, they're going to do it their own way no matter what. And now they're on a debate and an argument on, is it 1 inch of snow or 5 inches of snow that determines whether I can or cannot. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I don't know. I think it's one day you're going to find this out when you have some little ones of your own, you know, and you'll be like, you ain't going anywhere. They're like, never let me do anything. Right? So I don't know. That's what I was thinking. But anyways, well, we're running out of time here real quickly, aren't we?
Yeah, we're done.
Again, we talked about a lot of cool stuff.
We did.
Sunglasses.
I feel like we talk about cool stuff every time.
We always have. Yeah. We have an unending supply of topics to talk about.
Well,
it is unending because things happen every day.
That's true.
You know?
But sometimes we have a little bit of difficulty coming up with those ideas. So this is where you guys come in.
That's right.
And give us ideas of or topics of things you want us to talk about.
Yes.
And that would help us a lot. And it would help you a lot because then we can give our insight onto things you want to hear.
Yes. You know what? We want to know what you think.
Yeah.
We want to know, should we change our oil every 3,500 miles or is that outdated information and now we should do every 5,000? It's total silence. Duh. That's it. Maybe we don't want to know that. But that is a good conversation, though.
Yeah.
Because really, back in the day, you needed to do that. Anyways, I'm getting another tangent. Yeah. Write that down. We'll save it for another time. So, meanwhile, everybody have a fantastic week, and thanks for joining us once again.
See ya. Remember, we're on iTunes and Stitcher, and as always, thanks for being awesome.